forward. So obviously I'm doing something right. Can't see. No depth perception.
Hey, yeah, I know. I can't read when I got the eye patch on. Hi, everybody. We're live. Welcome to Mischief, Gold, and Piracy. This eye patch is going to last like 2 minutes today, and that's it. It's already starting to be annoying. I'm out of breath. I was just running around the house getting ready. Welcome back to Mischief, Gold, and Piracy and DCC, our nautical-themed DCC game. I am your host, Mr. Rourke. No, DM Christopher from... Oh, there's Child Corner. From Two Old Guys Games. And the whole crew is assembled again today, which is awesome. Thanks, everybody, for showing up. I'm glad you made it. We're going to have a good time. I know I had to lure you in with some Blink Bunny stew and such, but... We'll just go through real quick who you are, who you're playing. We'll do some shout-outs and stuff later. Starting on my left is Snacks playing...
Sickly Ned. I no, I haven't been drinking rum yet. I'm Sickly Ned. I enjoy munitions. I'm a gunner and using firearms as well. And I may present sometimes as a man, but I am more often a female when I'm amongst my party mates.
Righty-o.
Good to know.
And thank you very much, Snacks. And coming up next is Jim.
Hey. Well, I'm Gunner, who's also a gunner. So we have a pair of us that really like to blow things up.
Yarr.
Yeah. Ready to seek some more adventure tonight and hopefully blow up some more shit. A great storm ball.
All right. And finally, Jasmine.
I play Frank. I also am fond of weapons and guns, and we're just a bunch of fighting pirates, I guess.
We like to drink and carouse too, though.
Yeah. Make some trouble. So yeah, I mean, we're just here for loot and fine edibles tonight, apparently.
Jim's camera had frozen there in the middle. It's hard to tell sometimes because he sits so still, and I'm like, did it freeze? And then Chill Out was like, is it frozen? You're out there.
I was going to say, it looks a little frozen. I was just going to send you a message.
No, I got it. It's all good. For a minute there, I was like, is he frozen? And now all the circles are a little bit off-centered. That's all right. I'll fix it later or something. All right, so the map. We are in Lowport. Couple sessions ago, they pulled in so that they could offload a bunch of treasure that they had, which they did at the Citadel, which is on the map right now. And they got chits for the value of everything that they had sold. But the Citadel could not take the Black Pearl, which was allegedly cursed. The Black Pearl did cause them a little bit of trouble. And then they went up to the Promontory Tower to the north, where some crazy white-haired dude lived. And was not really ready for company, but then when they showed him the Black Pearl, he was like, I'm interested, tell me more. So he took him up into the tower, and that's when the Mahraya Kraken wanted them for Christmas, and all hell broke loose. They survived that. Oh, I forgot to mention that they had helped a halfling merchant in his magic cart, the Black Pearl in his magic cart, gather up some Blink Bunnies. When they got back to Lowport after the shenanigans in the tower, they found out that Enchanted Edibles, a really high hoity-toity place, you can see it on the map there.
You don't want to say high-end.
A really high-end eatery.
Wink, wink.
It's the ABCD of...
Hey, wait! When you said this is a high-end edibles, I thought you meant to be a fancy like steak rabbit.
That is what he meant. That is what he meant. It was just a.
It is. It's totally. It does sound like a dispensary though.
But if it's a dispensary, man, it's be a lot less than a steak dinner and rabbit would be.
It's not a dispensary.
Enchanted Eatery sounded like a magical diner, so I went with Enchanted Edibles because I thought it was funny.
Enchanted dining.
And it had the alliteration I was looking
for. You will need the rare bits. The Welsh rare bits.
And then they ran back to Dockside. I can't remember what you were doing in Dockside last. Oh, you were at the... I think you had a rest. Right?
We went and checked out our rooms.
Yes.
We were going to
that's
put
right.
some stuff away, and
And that went well.
That
Yeah.
that went well
Yeah.
because then somebody
Yeah.
came looking for some stuff that they were supposedly having, and then they got into all kinds of interesting stuff. And now I'm going to take the map away so I can read my personal notes without sharing them with the world. While they were gone up in the tower, some merfolk had shown up and camped out on the west part of town, and some Piscenes had showed up and camped out on the, technically it's like northeast shore. And there was some trouble in the Shady Pangolin, because the Pangolino told them that a sailor had been asking around for his bag, and the merfolk had shown up, and the Piscenes had shown up, and things were just getting really interesting. And then they got a whole bunch of stuff I have notes on here, and then it was 7 bells, and that's when Enchanted Edibles opens. And Ned, sickly Ned, bought a seat, but the others do not. So they hired a Vaporetto, just a water taxi, to take them across the short part of the river mouth there, to get them from Dockside to Newtown, and that is where we start. So you get out of the Vaporetto at the dock. I believe you're all on the city map, right? Yes, you are. Okay. So you get off the dock right here for the Vaporetto, and you've got to get to Enchanted Edibles with the quickness, because the 7 bells are ringing right now. Dong, dong.
yeah, and we're still not dressed for a fancy dinner.
Still not dressed for a fancy dinner. That's right.
Well, one of us is.
I am. I'm dressed.
Yeah, nobody else is. We're all supposed to go, apparently.
Well, I know Ned was planning on going, and then you two were going with, and I wasn't sure if you were going to get seats or what. Try to get seats or what.
That's kind of what I was on. Not exactly clear, but our plan was Gunnar and me.
Well, that's
think we're
between
gonna-
y'all.
We're
I think we're
traveling
gonna
with her as we
Travel
talk.
with her and see if we can score a seat when we get there.
Okay.
Excellent, because that's the thing I planned for. There's a bunch of clothes shops and stuff as well in Newtown if you want to get a little fancied up on your way.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really have time, but there's no way they're gonna let me in dressed like this.
Just walk in and be like, that, how much? Thank you, bye.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would you care to try it on? No time.
Well, I would actually change right in. Like, I'm gonna go change in the changing room, and
There you go.
I'll be right back.
It's like when you were a kid and you bought a new pair of shoes and you wanted to wear them home.
Yes.
Exactly.
The great thing about DCC is there's no kind of clothing of that nature in any of the equipment lists. Oh, I now know a supplement to write for DCC. Hoity-toity finery and such. And just be in those
Nice.
tables.
Table of clothes.
Table of clothes, yep. And prices. Alright, I'll just say a gold piece to get fancied up.
I mean, I have that much in cash, right? I don't have to use my voucher necessarily.
Yeah, you probably still have coins on you, I believe.
Whichever's faster.
Alright.
And like I said,
And
Spent. Alright. So yeah, you find a shop, you're on the way, you get to Enchanted Edibles, and
oh,
ba-bam, the map appears.
it's empty.
Well, there should be some of it that you
There's
see.
nobody here.
It's a
Where's
wall.
Oh,
Our soul.
at the bottom,
Where's
at the bottom are the doors. Polygon
we're
reveal. So you're outside. I just have to get your tokens. That's what I was doing earlier, and then I was like, "You guys need to get you all good tokens." But I think we have tokens. Where's the... Okay,
Yeah,
here's
so-
Frank. Nope. Yep, there's Frank.
Exactly.
Wrong layer. I get you set up here. All right, so you walk up. The doors are open. You had kind of expected that there would be a line, but you are a little late, so maybe the line went in already. Here's Gunner. Here's
Hello.
Sickly Red. There you go. All right, and you see inside there's a brazier. You'll probably see a little further as well. I'll reveal this whole area here. Just get this around. You see some really big guards dressed in some fine purple and gold, and you also see a woman standing behind what must be a registration desk. Just inside. And these doors, by the way, are massive. They're like 12 feet wide and made of some super finely crafted wood. And they've already been like propped open. They're just being ostentatious because they can be, basically.
All right.
Really?
All right. So, shall we approach? Ned's gonna probably want to go first.
Yes, let's go in. Yes, hello. I have a seat reserved for tonight.
They look at you, and she looks at you, and she says, "Well, of course. Under what name would that be?"
That would be under Sickly Ned.
Ned, sickly.
Ned.
Yes, that's exactly how it is. It's like Ned, Sickly. Here we go, Miss Sickly. They gave you, didn't they give you a, like they stamped your thing or something? I can't remember what it was.
Yes.
So you show the stamp, and she's like, "Oh, very well, paid in full." She's like, "But unfortunately, you can't bring any servants or friends with you, as outlined in the agreement."
No, we are not.
Yeah, we were here. Our friend Ned was telling us about this, and looking. We were wondering if it was possible for us to gain seats as well.
Yeah,
I know we're a little late.
but we have money.
she almost laughs, not like out loud, but like she's like, "Oh, oh no, we're sold out. It's a limited engagement, with only but a few seats available."
It's awfully quiet in here.
Everyone has removed themselves to the dining area. Oops, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Reveal. Here we go. You can kind of see what's going on. So to the left, there's
This
like
is a lobby.
Yeah, you're like in the mud room, basically. So that you can like scrape the dirt off on the stone tiles before you go into their hoity-toity bar area, which is just to the
Is that the word of the night, Chris?
hoity-toity.
Hoity-toity.
Super fancy, ornate, spectacular, amazing bar area.
All right.
Various colored bottles and such. These guards kind of turn and look at you, and they're massive hulking dudes. You're not sure they're quite human because they got to be like 8 feet tall and like almost 10 feet wide. They're big guys. Whoa! The Nerdy Effect rated with a party of 12. Holy crap! Holy crap!
That's amazing.
I'm gonna
Amazing.
throw a bunch of gold on you. Give gold. The Nerdy Effect 1,000. To do as you wish. As you can see, thanks everybody. Welcome. We're just getting into the action too. You can spend that gold on. Oh, I made a new command. Here's a list of things you can do with that gold today. Thank you for the raid. We appreciate it. Oh, fair. Calvin, just type exclamation gold. You probably have a pile. So these dudes are huge. Like, they're big, bro. Oh my gosh, look at that. You have 61,000 gold, Calvin. I think you can handle doing some stuff. I need to tone down the. It's because of the. I think subscribers get like this massive amount of gold. They have huge heads and they're well armed and dressed, and they just kind of turn and look at you, and you get the sense like they would not be someone fun to fight.
Okay. Well.
So she's like, I'm terribly sorry. We are full up already today. And then you hear a loud crash from the back of the restaurant.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
I'm gonna show everyone the map here for a second. She's like, I'm not sure. There is no entertainment or anything today, so I'm unsure what kind of sound that would be. However, as I said, we are all full up for the night. This is a very elite establishment, and I would ask that you don't lollygag here in the doorway. And she kind of raises her hand with a finger like guards. And before the guards can move forward, some people come running out. Holy cow, thanks for the... Oh, he's a fan of Mischief. Awesome! Epic bar fight. It's like you knew what was gonna happen. People come running out of the kitchen area. One of them is bloodied.
Uh-oh.
And they came running from... Oh, that's gonna be the wrong one. They came running from the back, from the kitchen entrance, which you can see directly north of where you are now. I've just uncovered it there. All right. And they look to be like either serving personnel, or the guy in the back looks to be like a cook, and he's like, trouble, trouble, guards, trouble. And the guards turn and look at him and are like, "Rrr?" And so,
Should we go check it out? And try to see if these guards need our help, even though they're enormous.
So the guards start stomping down. And these people are like, get out of the way, kind of. There's gonna be a bar fight tonight.
There's gonna be a bar fight tonight.
Oh, I thought there's a different song. There's gonna be a bar fight tonight. The guards do not have names, but for your 100 bits, you can name them. And I will put their names on their tokens after you name them. The guard, the main guard, kind of steps in between you and stands in the doorway, like he's expecting trouble. Now remember, this is a pretty richly appointed establishment, considering that you're in Lowport, the pirate village, the pirate town. Fred and Shaggy it is. All right. I'll get them named here. Guard is now Fred. And other guard, which is literally what they were named before, is now Shaggy. All right, Fred and Shaggy, the guards, are stomping towards the back. That's it. Somebody is going to get hurt. Someone before the night is through. I think that's the song I was thinking of.
It's going to be a heartache tonight. But
TT2KB is just following now. How shocking. It's all right. We appreciate everyone that stops in and says hi and follows. And yeah, I do that sometimes too, where I'm like, maybe I followed with my other account. And that's usually what it is.
Anytime TT2KB drops in on Pirate Night, you ready, Dustin? Okay.
Hey, what's going on?
That was the real rum. That was the fake rum.
Oh, she's drinking the real rum. There we go.
Woo!
Woo! Wait, what do you mean fake rum? All right, back to the story.
I mean the water bottle.
You didn't say any of the guards like were trying to block us, right? They're just trying to see what's going on.
Right, Fred and Shaggy, the newly named guards, are pounding down the parquet floor.
Yeah.
The wooden floor.
Like the margarine?
Oh, steam, steal, and murder. Hello, Bert. It is rum o'clock. Well, vodka o'clock over here.
It is rum o'clock. I like that. It's rum o'clock.
Yeah, there's going to be a bar fight now.
Oh,
right
shit.
now, as a matter of fact. So Fred and Shaggy get to, like, here, and then one of them gets an arrow in the chest. I'm not even going to roll for it. It's just what has to happen. And then, no, the other guy kind of moved to block the whole doorway. Like he's expecting trouble. He's not blocking you, Frank, or Gunner.
So I'm gonna move up the parquet floor area, but not go in. And I'm just looking down here to see what I can see what's happening.
Okay.
Yep, I'm with him, just trying to see what's going on in the room.
That's good, because when you do that, another huge dude shows up. Not quite like the same kind of huge dude as the other guard, but he has a massive sword, and things are about to get... rum makes me dumb. Rum-a-dum-dum, a bottle in the tum.
Oh, come on, guys. Let's focus. I'm curious if I thought to bring any of my weapons with me when I changed in the... I mean, I didn't leave anything in there, so I assume this.
Right, they would, if you... Just behind her on the right-hand side of the map is like a weapons check room, because they know what kind of city they live in. So
Got it.
They're not fooling around.
All right, so I'm good that way.
Yeah.
Okay. We are prepared.
Hey, I'm just hanging out, having my initial cocktail, waiting for you guys to make your way into this place.
All right. So Shaggy
What
took
cocktail?
an arrow.
Are you not paying attention to the crashing and the fighting and the...
Oh, she was. Yeah, she's like, here's the complimentary cocktail. Other drinks are not included. Other beverages are not included. But she had like a tray of them underneath because they don't have COVID. They can have open drinks and stuff ready for people. I'm very huggy with rum. That's going to be your new name now, Rum Huggy.
Okay.
All right. So Fred and Shaggy get to the kitchen doorway, and they meet some armed resistance of people that do not look like they work here at all. There's a guy on the table shooting arrows at them, and then this big dude shows up, and he looks like he's going to start brawling with the other guard who's standing in the doorway. So I'll go through in OBS order here. So Snacks, you're just like sipping. Are you gonna go have a seat at the couch on the couch or something? She's like, I was gonna say you could enter the dining room, but you might want to wait. I'm not sure what's going on back there.
Yeah, Ned's kind of like, all I wanted to do was come and have some of this Blinky Bunny meal I keep hearing about and having a drink, and y'all want to go change or get in a fight. I'm just going to take my drink over here by the fire for a moment while y'all figure out what's going on.
Okay.
Well, where are you at? Where are your tokens at?
I'm still standing in the doorway.
Yeah, Gunner is the white square right there on his way to the parquet floor, and Frank is standing in the doorway. Gunner, you're up. What do you get? What are you up to? You see well-armed and beweaponed people step out of the kitchen, and you're like, those are funny-looking cooks.
Those are funny-looking cooks for sure. They've fired arrows at the two guards.
At least Shaggy got shot. Fred hasn't been hit by an arrow yet.
Actually, I'm going to just, for right this minute, I'm going to knock an arrow. I'm going to draw it, and I'm going to observe what's taking place here at the door.
Okay.
And if big, bad, ugly with the big cruel sword gets a little uppity, he's going to get a stormbow.
All right, so you're
He's going to get a stormbow treatment.
Stormbow to the face. All right, and Frank, what's up?
I'm standing here kind of right behind and a little to the right of Gunner and just watching.
Okay.
Kind of ready to jump into action if I have to.
All right. Melee ensues. up to the north as these guys get to Fred and Shaggy. Fred takes an arrow right before that happens, and then these two guys down at the bottom get into it. And I'm just going to roll one for the guard and one for the other guy. Oh, the guard did terribly. The guard gets slashed really hard, and you see that the armor that he was wearing was more show than effective, and it just kind of like shreds a little on this huge jagged bladed sword that the other big guy. And then there's just a bloody slash across his chest as he kind of turns sideways, like ugh. You catch a glimpse of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he took a big hard whack in the chest.
I want to say to Gunnar, I'm assuming that if we get into this fight, we're on the side of the guards and the people who work here.
I will agree with you there. And it looks like this is an opportunity for us to earn our dinner.
I thought I might want to.
I'll say that, and I'll give the maitre d' a big toothy grin. Time for us to earn our dinner.
There you go.
All right. So I'm guessing you're gonna enter battle.
Yes.
Okay. Let me get the turn tracker out. Let me clear the old stuff.
Can you give me control of my token?
You don't? What's going on there? Let me see.
That's part of why I didn't think we were actually in melee.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird. All right, let's see here.
Go to bed.
Frank's like, why don't you do anything? Because I can't.
There you go. That's
there
weird.
we go. Okay. So Ned is over here at the moment because understand, as a former proprietor of an establishment, she knows when to kind of just let things happen that may happen. She doesn't enjoy herself. But she will be right over here, so if something gets sideways with her party mates, she'll be there to have their back.
It's weird, like all the names and stuff didn't show up for some reason. I wonder if it's because I just dragged them over. Oh well. Okay. Yeah. So you're in like the waiting for the rest of your party area, basically.
Exactly.
The lobby lounge, as it were. All right. Everyone can roll initiative. I'm going to roll one initiative for the guards. Gin is not my thing. I don't like. Twisted Path here in Milwaukee makes some wonderful gin, though. Surprisingly, it's the only gin I've ever liked. Geez, look at these initiative numbers: 17, 18, 19. And then
I was all excited, and it's the lowest one.
I was going to say we're going to drink my cocktail.
It's all right. You don't have to roll initiative if you don't want to get involved.
I did.
Okay. All right, and then the
Wow,
bad
Chris,
guy.
both of yours are terrible.
I got a 19 and a 2. All right. So, I got a, what did I get? I got an 18 and a 2. Gunner got a 19. Yep. All right, Gunner. 3 guys fighting with Fred and Shaggy, and then the big sword dude fighting with, I guess we'll call him Velma.
So this guy's
go with
fighting.
the theme.
His name was technically Bouncer, but I'll go with the theme that was already chosen. Who did that? By Six Psycho. So, no, I don't want it to be Scooby. I want it to be Scrappy, because he's big and scrappy, but he might die, and no one would be sad.
So, these two guys up here, they attacked.
They just got into melee range, yeah.
Okay.
And they're drawing these swords that don't look very effective. They might be smarter punching, but who knows how smart they are.
But his sword looks very effective.
The
big guy at the door.
Yes, Stabby, otherwise known as Tank in
Tank.
He's just called Tank in the turn order.
I am going to loose my arrow at the tank.
All right. Give everyone a heads up on the map here. Gunner is right here. This is Tank down here fighting with Scrappy, and then there's more guys up at the top having a melee there.
So I am going to shoot an arrow. I'm going to try and hit him in his sword arm.
Oh, okay. So that'll be your your mighty deed. We're playing Dungeon Crawl Classics, so everyone has some slightly different mechanics than they would in like Dungeons and Dragons. For the warriors, they have a mighty deed die, which you can see in the dice right there. The deed won't go off. They has to roll a 3 or higher. But the 15 is going to hit with the deed die. And so then 6 points of damage to Tank.
And then we need to make a luck roll.
And now he has a storm bow that if he makes a successful luck check...
Might of Thor.
If he makes a successful luck check, the target that was hit also gets struck by lightning. Oh, and that's a success.
3 points.
For 3 more points of electric damage. So you didn't quite get him in his sword arm. You got him close, like by the shoulder, and then the lightning struck him, and he kind of got zapped a little
sword shoulder.
His sword shoulder.
Or shoulder.
Oh, and Chill Out just gave a reroll. Let me see. I don't think I have tokens for that on this one. I don't want to go looking for one because the last time I did that on stream, OBS crashed twice and then updated.
Oh, no.
So we're not going to do that. But I'll remember. We got a reroll. I'll write it down. And where's my little DCC note?
Looks like reroll for snacks.
Yay! Thank you, Chill Out.
Oh, for snacks. All right, there we go.
Oh, nice. What did you say the range was for me standing here?
What do you mean?
How far away are they?
Tank is about 35, and the other guys are 70.
Okay.
You can do
Thanks.
that. There's a rangefinder
side.
on the upper left. There's a rangefinder,
Is-
and you can drag an arrow around to see how far you are from things. Where is my DCC notebook? It's got all my combat notes for this game. Oh well. If I don't find it, I'll just push through. Okay, so Scrappy is the guard down at the bottom. He's going to make a d20 roll, and he totally misses. But he wants to like get a little bit. He wants to get away from. Oops, he wants to get away from the sword arm and try to get an advantage and maybe push the guy into the doorway. So he rolls a strength check. Tank rolls a strength check. Tank has a bigger strength. Scrappy's not doing so well. Frank, you're up.
Yeah, I'm going to fire my handy dandy laser pistol that nobody's seen me use before, and
Laser.
energy
Laser pistol. And by laser pistol, we mean laser pistol.
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot that at the bad guy that he damaged already.
At Tank, the guy with the big sword?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and now there's a luck point coming from, a couple of them. Snacks, Jim. All right.
Great.
Uh,
I missed.
Yeah, you missed so bad that you burn
Nice.
part of the door, and the woman at the desk looks at you and is like, she just tisks at you. Are you going to move, or are you good where you are?
I'm gonna move.
All right.
I'm gonna kind of move in over here on the other side of him so that I have a better angle.
Sure.
For these guys.
All right. Sickly Ned. I think everyone's going to get a luck point from Chill Out from the looks of it.
Thank you, Chill Out. Chillax and
I
chillax.
took the team luck away because I felt it was redundant. All right. Sickly Ned, what do you want to get up to? Still having a drink? Warming yourself by the fire?
Yeah, kind of warming myself by the fire, looking around at my sensations. Going, so, did y'all get a seat yet? And have a drink? First round on me?
As Gunner's standing there with his storm bow. All right. Tank's gonna go. He's gonna swipe that giant sword at Scrappy again, and oh man, I'm gonna roll a d12, and didn't do nearly as much damage as last time, but it looked really good when he was doing it. And not sensing Scrappy's plan, he kind of moves to square up with Scrappy and Tank here, not realizing that the door is going to be in the way of his kind of backswing. And also, Gunner, he's a little more separated from Scrappy, and it's your turn. Oh wait, these guys up here on Tank's turn, they all should have went. I'm just going to roll 5 d20s. It's going to be miss, 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 hit, and a miss. Oh, and a fumble. So, let me say that's there. God, Shaggy, you're just not doing great. Okay. Before you do your move, Gunner, or your action, give me an intelligence check.
I'm semi-smart.
Okay. You're a good. Well, you didn't spell it right. No, Calvin, chill out. You didn't spell mischief right on the command. I didn't see either one, actually. Where's the other one? Oh, okay. I see the one mischief, which didn't seem to work. Let me check on
Oh,
that.
I see my name on there. What did I get up there?
You got a luck point.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
And now it's going to be in cooldown because I just popped it off. But okay, a good one and a bad one. We'll get to it. Yeah, so each of you got a luck point from Chill Out. The bar brawl that's ensued rather rapidly is thanks to Six Psycho, along with the names Fred, Shaggy, and Scrappy for the guards.
Nice.
Okay, so Jim Gunner did not see, and he's too focused on Scrappy and Tank over there. So go ahead, it's your turn.
All right. I am going to once again try and poke him in his sword arm and get him to drop his weapon.
Sure.
With the might of Thor. No deed.
Hits
But
him.
that's a hit.
Does 8 points of damage. Very near again to his sword shoulder. 8 points of damage on him.
Successful luck check.
And all right. Ooh, so 13.
And ooh, he takes a beating.
The lightning seems to be honing in on him after that first near hit, and now it's like. And now Scrappy is kind of like shocked and blinded, but he's gonna roll to. He totally sucks. He rolls a 3. He's no good. He's no good against Tank right now. We're looking at Frank.
Blinded by the light.
Yes, blinded by the light.
I am going to shoot the energy pistol again.
All right.
One of those Tank or whatever bad guy is over there.
Yes.
Oh my
And
god!
Another hole in the door.
But I have a luck point, don't I?
You
Can I
have
re-roll that?
the luck point would add 1 to the die roll.
Oh no, that's not even enough. So never
No,
mind.
yeah.
No.
Again, the hostess is like, "That's a very expensive door. Please stop damaging it." Sickly Ned, there's like lightning bolts and zapping sounds and clanks and groans and shatters and stuff.
Ned seems unaware that we're in a battle.
You think you could like play my thing for me? Oh, okay.
The bartenders have fled, ma'am. You'll have to wait momentarily.
Yeah.
Like the
So-
hostess is kind of like ducked down now behind the stand.
Yeah. All right. So who we targeting at the moment? Ned's kind of just like looking at him going, yeah, well, what? All right. So what's our status here in regards to Like, I paid good money for, all I wanted was a rabbit dinner and enjoy my cocktail. Why do y'all have to be like,
Well, essentially,
We
this
didn't
guy.
start this.
Service here pulling us into something. Billy Bob here. They're the kind of
So essentially, this guy and these guys up here are harsh and you're mellow, because they've started taking out Point Break lives still.
they're
Love it.
harshing my buds.
Yeah, they're totally ruining your night out by attacking for some unknown reason just yet. You do hear yelling and screaming way off in the back of the restaurant as well.
And Ned's like, for goodness sake, you know, you take the gal. You take the gal out of the pangolin, but you can't take the pangolin out of the gal. Right, fine. Here, hold my cocktail. She looks around to nobody in particular and sits down.
Just
in a
lets
little
it go.
corner. Yeah, and just goes, all right. So, where am I aiming? What you got for me?
You better go help Frank.
I mean, I can't hit for shit, but I haven't taken any damage, so.
I was gonna say, so, and Frank
Can't hit anything in there. She's not earning her dinner. You better go help her out.
I'm switching weapons next time.
and Ned's gonna go, Frank, I should have just bought you dinner. All right, so
I can buy my own damn dinner.
All right, so who am I aiming? Well, now I see how it is.
No, I'm in the middle of this. We can be cordial later.
All right, Sickly Ned, what are you going to get up to?
All right,
Move?
so I'm pulling out my crossbow and go. I'm pulling out my pistol and going. What?
There's a really big dude with a really ugly sword standing in the door fighting the guard.
Okay, so the guy in
That's the nearest enemy is the one in gray.
the one in gray, not the one in purple.
The one in purple is the guard, Scrappy.
All right,
The people were helping.
The ones with
All right.
names are your friends.
All right, so I'm gonna stand right there, and I'm gonna be I'm like, okay, fine. Oh. AC 11 hit.
That is a miss.
A little, just slightly missed or missed.
You're probably gonna put a lead ball in the door.
Okay, because I do have a point.
Another one?
I do have an extra point of luck that chill out.
And I believe you've got a reroll from Chill Out as well. If you want to bank it or use it, it's up to you.
I'm gonna go ahead.
The tank looks pretty fried. Like he got hit by 2 lightning bolts from the stormbow already.
I'm gonna re-roll that pistol. Going fine. You made me get up. Let's get business done so I can eat.
You go to fire the first time and it fizzles, and you're like, "What?" And you see you spilt a little drink there in the flash pan, and so you're like, whoosh, and now you fire again. Oh, and you got him! Pow! The slug like slams into his chest and kind of staggers him a little bit. All right, and now it's Tank's turn. He's gonna take a big swipe at Scrappy. Scrappy's not wearing actual armor, and he does Scrappy. He does Scrappy in.
Oh no!
Another slash across his chest, and Scrappy kind of slams against the wall and the door and starts sliding down the wall. At the same time, oh my lord, 60 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, well, that's terrible. All 3 of you and the hostess get really tired all of a sudden. Really tired. This is a really good time for those bits. Oh, you all want to just lie down on the spot and go to sleep. And in fact, that's exactly what the hostess does. She just lies down behind the stand and falls asleep.
Okay.
All of you should make me a will save, please.
Okay.
Ouch, that was a big result. Oh no! That,
I apparently will collapse and go to sleep.
yeah. That's a 1, but all the fleeting luck that you have currently, I believe, was paid for.
Yeah.
So we'll just say it doesn't get wiped out. But you all fall asleep.
All of us?
Yes.
Can I burn that fleeting luck?
You would have to burn 9 luck
9?
because I rolled a 23 on the sleep spell.
Holy
Welcome to DCC, everybody.
shit.
Yep, will versus spell check DC. But I rolled really low on how long you'll be asleep.
Okay.
Great.
This is going to be funny. Okay, when you wake up, sometime later, who has coins on them?
I believe I do.
Because you don't anymore.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
All of your coins are gone. If you have more than, say, 50 gold, you wouldn't be carrying them all around with you. So,
No.
at the most, subtract 50 gold from your character. Otherwise,
No,
you're carrying
no.
this big bag of coin.
no more Stardew Valley for you, Christopher.
What? I don't even have time to play Stardew Valley.
This is like what happens when you go mining and
Oh yeah, you
Mine-
wake up and your
Nine,
pockets are
you
empty.
wake up. Exactly.
It's like in Minecraft when you die and you have to go find your stuff.
Oh, that's
It's
always
the worst.
irritating.
Yeah. Okay.
Diablo
That's
2.
wrong.
So you wake up, you all lose 50 gold if you have it.
I only had
Up to
38
50
copper.
There you go. They're like, what are these people doing here?
I think I might have had more than that from something, but I wouldn't have had it on me like you said.
Just came in here to eat dinner and have a
Yes.
What are we doing? What are we playing in May?
Fred.
Because people attack the place.
Fred's dead, baby. Fred's dead.
Not dead. Or Fred is
Fred,
the
not
bad guy.
Frank,
I'm
yeah.
Frank.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, you wake up. You and the hostess all wake up kind of at the same time. You all feel a little lighter, like you've pick carries you out. Sure, I don't understand why that got caught up in moderation. The guards are all dead or bleeding out. The staff is kind of panicky, but like helping you. These are some kitchen people that had come out and are helping you. They managed to not get killed. There's a couple patrons just sort of milling about, not that close to you. That would be really freaky to wake up and have somebody standing that close to you that you didn't know. All right.
I mean, do we wake up gradually or do we just snap out of it and suddenly like, why am I on the floor?
There was probably a specific interrupt condition because I rolled so high. So when the caster fired off the spell, would have said something like, when we're outside of the immediate area or something, you wake up. So you all wake up and you've been out for like maybe 20, 30 minutes. You're not sure.
Okay.
Is the rabbit stew almost ready? Please tell me it didn't burn.
The hostess is kind of like, I will check. And the person assisting her is a kitchen staff, and he nods like, we didn't even get the first course out onto the tables. And then he whispers something a little quieter to her. You can make an intelligence check if you want to know what he said.
I do.
I'm used to like I'm used to being in the pangolin, really noisy, hearing separate conversations. I'm definitely doing an intelligence check because I want to know where my dinner is.
All right. Gunner's gonna hear. Frank.
I'm not.
Frank is not.
Frank
gonna
is
hear.
really having a rough night tonight.
Yeah, those dice do not like Frank today. Oh, and Snacks is definitely. Sickly Ned is definitely gonna hear. Man, Frank, you got really lucky because I was gonna go steal something else from you, but honestly,
Don't make me get all Gordon Ramsay in here.
Jasmine, roll me a D4, and don't roll a 3.
R4.
Don't roll a 3. Don't. You can roll a D4 from the dice roller up in the top left.
Gotcha.
That's the easiest way.
Yeah.
Or it's /R space D3, D4. Sorry. Oh, good. That's really good. That's really good because they only took your hand axe. You must have fallen on your energy pistol.
Yeah.
Because that is definitely something they would have taken.
So I only have one hand axe.
So Gunner and I took it away. Gunner and Sickly Ned, when he leans in to whisper, he's like, "But some of the guests are dead and others have fled, and now we have all this food and no one to serve it to." And the hostess perks up and says, "I have seats available for you two." They just became available.
Oh, now you do.
Lovely.
I'm gonna assume there were discounted prices.
Absolutely,
Of,
because you helped us in the defense on this terrible attack. We will gladly give you 50% off. Like they're still trying to make a profit on this deal.
I would like to talk to whomever is in charge here. You've been standing here with us, so you have no idea what was going on. But I would really like to talk to somebody who would know what happened.
All right.
So, can you show us to our seats and then take care of that?
Sure. They walk you back to this table. Fate Octavia, good morning! I'm pretty sure you just woke up. For luck to Frank to help with the rolls, because Frank's had really hard.
I don't think I've rolled more than a 5 before, except for the initiative roll.
Yeah, it's been roll 20 has not been kind. That is 100% certain. So there you go. You got an extra luck point from that. So, they take you to this big table that's set for whatever it is, like 30 people, and they say, "Please have seats." And they kind of push the other chairs out of the way because you can see they were really packed in there. And then what must be the head chef comes out and he's like, No! We do not seat the defenders of Enchanted Edibles here. We put them there. And he points to these purple curtains. Can you see the purple curtains?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "We put them there. Tonight they are royalty." And so,
Fancy.
yeah, you all get the really hoity-toity place.
Ooh.
And he's like,
I want to go,
Ooh,
He's like-
my VIP, VVIP.
VVIP, indeed. And he's like, I will supervise the service myself. And all the servants in white, all the servers in white, not servants. Sorry, I was looking for servant tokens earlier to get kind of nondescript people. All the servers jump when he claps his hands twice like this, and you're like, oh, this is the guy. You're like, that's totally the guy running the show.
okay.
The guests that did not run away actually are ushered back there as well. And one of them is like, all this fuss and I still have to pay for my drinks? But you all were given free drinks.
Awesome. Drinks.
For being the defenders of Enchanted Edibles. And they're like, please make yourself comfortable. One of the servers comes out and is like, the first course will be delivered shortly.
Excellent.
All right. One little bit of
Completely like nonchalant about the fact that we just killed a couple of guys and now we're just gonna go about our day. And
you
have
didn't
dinner.
really kill anybody.
I didn't hurt
Yeah.
a single soul.
Jim
I-
Gunner did some damage, but yeah.
I did a little bit of damage too.
Ooh.
Better than me, especially since you've been drinking.
Gunner's sitting on a pile of stuff
Whoa.
here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Ooh.
Hey, Jim, roll me a d20 for Gunner, please. I don't even know what number you shouldn't roll because it's all jumbled up in my head right now. Your free alcohol, Calvin, is just down the road at the Guinness factory. At the brewery.
That's not alcohol. That's
Oh.
another milk.
18. All right, let's see here. I'm going to start over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, not the bow. 6. I'm going to say roll me a d3. Gunner. Three kegs in your... Who has 3 kegs of Guinness in their bedroom? A 1.
Well, that's not good.
Well, that was the best result, my friend.
Okay.
Because they took the plans for the anti-magic cage. Not the Stone of Guidance or the stuffing bag.
Oh.
I'm just gonna put this
Nice.
into... I gotta put this into my notes as lost inventory.
That sucks.
Lost inventory. I mean, it could have been much worse. It could have been the bag and whatever, the stuffing bag
Yeah.
and whatever you had in there.
You're right.
All right. And then, Sickly Ned. Oh, no, sorry, that's Frank. Frank's stuff. Wooden kegs. I see. That's interesting. Sitting on a big pile. Oh my gosh. You have a lot of stuff. 1, 2. Roll me a D16 in the lower left there, Snacks.
Roll a.
D16. There's a
yes.
button. An 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh.
Simply Nan's about to take her little sword she has and chop somebody's hand off. They start trying to get rifle to her stuff.
Well, you were asleep when they did this. And you might not even notice right away what was lost. Maybe you did, because you were going to fire it and then you chose your pistol instead. Your crossbow is gone.
Bastard.
Like, they just rifled through your stuff and took whatever they found, and then, but they must have had bigger, better targets than you all here. So you are all given free drinks. The 1, 2, 3, 4 other patrons who did not leave or perhaps did not die are not given drinks. They have to buy theirs, but they look kind of well off, so they're probably okay. In terms of
hid behind
paying.
a table.
Yeah, they were in the bar area hiding, I think. And so, he's invisible. I don't know why.
Oh.
He's the servant. He's one of the servants. So the chef goes, and you are served a most wonderful meal, 5-course meal, as promised, as advertised, with the, I'll roll through the Blink Bunny soup and the Blink Bunny meatballs and sauce, the seasonal root vegetable salad, the braised blink bunny pappardelle, and then the chocolate brain coral souffle. And all of it is delightful. You are all extremely satisfied with the meal. And
I'd like a little more description about this. Garçon, tell me a little more about this menu that we're enjoying here. I mean,
oh,
I
sure.
find it very interesting. We're both eating bunny and then root vegetables. So are these essentially bunnies that may have been trying to steal root vegetables and we get the finest vegetables they had not gotten to? Or
The blink bunnies come from a quirky little halfling farmer and merchant who lives to the north, far to the north, past the strange tower with a weird old man in it.
We've
and-
met that man.
You've met the man, the strange man. How?
That
what
him,
else
but
did-
I meant the bunny breeder.
You met both of them, but yeah.
Yeah, I know.
He's like,
Yes,
oh
but-
yes, the halfling is quite the character. Dabbles in magical contraptions and creatures. Has a business hunting and trapping, specifically for culinary use, magical creatures. And so this month we had made a deal where Blink Bunny would be on the menu. So the soup is a slow simmered vegetable root stock. So because it's just on the cusp of winter, the root vegetables have to be pulled up and harvested before the ground freezes. So hence both the root vegetable salad and the root vegetable broth for the Blink Bunny soup, with assorted carrots and onions and other vegetables in it. And he goes on to describe the Blink Bunny meatballs have a little bit of garlic and some other spices that you're not sure of, but it was all very tasty and succulent. The sauce was a white kind of mushroom sauce that went really well with it. And then the main course was the braised Blink Bunny, which was like a haunch of Blink Bunny on top of pappardelle pasta with a red sauce. And then the chocolate brain coral souffle actually looked like brain coral. And at first everyone at the table just kind of looked at each other like, who's going to dig into it first? Who dug into it first? Gunners like me. And they're like, brains. Gosh.
Let's go.
It's delightful. It's got a kind of sea salt caramelness to it that just is like a perfect dessert ending for this. It's light and fluffy, like I don't know that Gunner's ever had a souffle before, but this one is amazing. Who's guilty? Bert. They're just having dinner. They all got knocked out by a 23 spell check on a sleeps roll, lost up to 50 gold in their pockets, and then one item each. I went easy on them.
We're gonna find these guys.
Easy on them. So now they're
We're gonna
just
find these guys.
enjoying the spoils because they got, and the chef comes back out and he's like with the hostess. He's like, go ahead, right now. And she gives you the coins back both for Frank and for she stamps over that they owed you some gold. He's like, we do not charge the guardians of the Enchanted Edibles. And he turns around and walks away in a huff.
Okay.
So the meals and drinks are free for the three of you.
Oh,
Okay.
amazing.
And the other patrons are like, but we stuck around too. And one was like, shut up, fool.
Didn't lift a finger.
So there's 4 other patrons there if you wish to talk to them. They seem to be like regulars, like they know the servers' names. They seem to have been here fairly often. You found out that halfling regularly brings magical creatures to Enchanted Edibles in Lowport for this type of meal, and you've had a delightful meal. Now, the question is, does the Blink Bunny affect you all? So first, snacks. High or low is good.
High is good.
Roll me. A good is a Blink Bunny effect or not a Blink Bunny effect.
I'm telling you what I think it is.
I want you to tell me what you think is good. Do you want something to occur, or
I want a good Blink Bunny effect, because, man, we put a lot of effort into catching those bunnies. I'm
Right?
still catching bonies. I spent good money to be here.
Okay, so you want something to occur, and you said hi.
Hi.
Roll me a D100, please.
Okay. 86.
Hi, it is.
Nice.
Where is my notebook? All right, same questions for Gunner. High,
I'll go
low.
low.
Mm-hmm. And do you think it'll be good to have a Blink Bunny effect or bad to have a Blink Bunny effect?
I'll go with good.
All right.
Oh,
And you said high, right? No, you
I
said
said
low.
low.
All right.
yeah, I said low.
All right. And Frank.
I also would like to go low, and I would like a fun Blink Bunny effect
Okay.
if I get the low. Oh, wrong button. Sorry. 62.
All right. That will get sorted out.
For the first time
Nonce.
since I rolled initiative, I get.
You got a high number. You got a high number.
Of course.
A nonce. Okay, so you hear the other patrons talking about these meals that they've participated in the past and how they get temporary effects from whatever magical creature they're eating, and they can't decide whether it's because of the magical creature itself being inherently magic, or if it's because of how the chef prepares things for this magical experience at Enchanted Edibles. So, we'll get to that in a little bit. So you have a delightful meal. You're all very well taken care of. The chef comes out and answers all of your questions, Sickly Ned, about the food and the drinks. And he says, unfortunately, our bartenders either fled or were killed. And therefore, the drinks, the concoctions that you have in your hands are not quite fully known to me. It is not my area of expertise.
Will they get us drunk?
I believe so. And he kind of
All right,
looks.
then.
He looks at like one of the servers, and one of the servers is like, "I'm a little drunk, so they must be." No drinking
All
on the
right.
job, but understandable.
Yes. All right, then. That's fine.
Gunner will say to the chef, an amazing meal this evening. Thank you, sir.
The four others are like, yes, Chef Cramsey. No, Chef
Take a big swig.
Berthold is his name. Chef Berthold. To Chef Berthold. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
All right.
Mhm.
And then I'm just going to roll for those patrons. Oh my god. Oh, it's a 50-50 split, actually. Those are... Oh, I rolled D100s. Derp. Low, 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 high. Haha. None of them. Serves them right. High, high.
So I'm gonna try and pick at their brains a little and see if they know what happened, why we were robbed, or if they have any thoughts as to who the criminals were.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of just in casual,
It was
Well,
a...
it was crazy. Did that happen a lot? Kind of stuff.
Never before has Enchanted Edibles. I would not I would not frequent or patronize an establishment that had such lax security that would allow ruffians such as these to attack us while we're dining.
So strange. They had clearly a mighty spellcaster with them as well.
Yeah, you're not sure like if they fell asleep or not because you don't know where they were.
Yeah.
One of them is like, oh, my head rather hurts right now. I do not wish to discuss about the terrible situation that befell us earlier. I'm just satisfied that we were able to still have our meal.
And a lovely meal it is.
And there's no like town guard because it's Lowport, so it's not like investigators. You do see some blood being mopped up on that floor in the main dining room out there. So some patrons must have been slain, dead or fled.
Well, since this isn't a common occurrence for you, I hope that word doesn't spread too far too quickly and damage your business.
One of the servants is like, I assure you, we will have heightened security, and perhaps, by your astute observation, sir, he points at Gunnar, we shall employ a spellcaster ourselves.
There you go.
That's probably wise.
Might not be a bad idea.
Chef Berthold and the mistress, you don't know who this is, Chef Berthold and the mistress will definitely have a conversation about how to better secure Enchanted Edibles so that our patrons' safety and security is always number one.
You sound like Enchanted.
Outstanding.
Welcome to the Edudex. 3,000. 3 million. Well. Alright. So you had a great meal. Chef Berthold comes out and again thanks you each personally. Thank you so much for your service and putting your lives on the line like that for strangers. Next time you find yourself in Lowport, remember that Enchanted Edibles is a wonderful place to eat, and you will always have a friend here.
Thank you, Chef Berthold. We will make sure to tell everyone of your prowess in the kitchen and your fine hospitality.
Can I get a doggy bag, please?
Did we ever find out anything? I thought we were asking about who they were. Was it random?
Nobody knows. Nobody really knew.
Not even the
They
chef.
were very well armed. There was a lot of them.
It's giving me a pumpkin and honey bunny diner robbery vibe. very very Pulp Fiction.
Mhm. They were very well equipped. They obviously knew the entrances, so they must have scoped the joint out because they knew that there was an exit or an entrance door in the back.
Right.
That would be gone in and out of during the meal. They knew the place was full of people, and they brought enough muscle to take out those guards, Fred, Shaggy, and Scrappy. So, definitely a well-planned job, if I do say so myself. How would Chris knock over a hoity-toity restaurant? We now know. Spells, magic. All right. What do you want to do? You have achieved an elegant meal at the Enchanted Edibles restaurant.
I will make sure the help, at least for me, make sure the help is tipped, and I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
Tip them well, and I will like pay you back somewhat. You know, I don't have any more cash, but they definitely deserve a little extra.
They all have like a personal stamp. They all have like a personal stamp for your things, and they're like, everyone is able to tip us individually if you wish.
Oh, okay.
So it's a stamp, and it has like their name and where they work, and then
Right.
just a line where you can put in how much you want to tip them.
Okay. Well, we will do. I will do that. It was what? It was a 75 gold,
75 gold per
Buy-in.
person, yeah.
which we didn't actually have to pay. Okay, I'll put 14 gold.
And they won't even see it because you just write it on your slip, and then it gets subtracted from your whole thing at the end when you're ready to cash out or whatever. All right. So now it's about 10, 11 o'clock at night. Lowport is a pretty noisy kind of town at night, somewhat dangerous. You want to head back to the Pangolin?
I want to go back to the Pangolin, and personally would love to get back out on the water tomorrow.
Agreed.
Let's get
I
out
think
of
we
this
need
town.
to rest tonight, unless we can figure out who robbed us. But might be a good thing to ask about at the Pangolin.
30 copper. I don't even care. Let's just go.
30 copper and a hand axe. Got off the luckiest.
I can go buy another hand axe if I really want to, but I'm sure I'll find something somewhere.
This is the map that I put a lot of work into, everybody watching. It was 2 DM prep sessions, 1.5. I kind of did some of it off screen. But I even sized up the floor tiles and everything to make sure that it was elegant. But I'm getting much better at Incarnate because it took me half as much time as I would have expected. All right, so the players head back off to Dockside, which is where the Pangolin is, and you get in, and you're still in like fancy clothes, and Griff and the Pangolino is like, "Woo yee! Look at y'all! You've been out on the town. All right. Your rooms are clean from that mess from before, and everything is tip-top shape."
Nice.
And Ned says, I need a nightcap. That was not as enjoyable as I expected us to. Hung out here, had some bar nuts, and, hey, meal with you. I need a nightcap. Someone stole my crossbow. I am not pleased. Not pleased at all.
Grifton's like, "Oh, do tell. I always like to hear what's going on in town."
Oh, yes, it was. You know how it is when you're in someone else's establishment. You try to go about your business because it's very rare that you get get a night off. And you see bar fights all the time, and it got to be more than more than should have taken place. And somewhere in there, we lost our weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask him. Anybody in here bragging of a robbery?
No one has been in tonight bragging of a robbery. That is definitely the type of thing that I keep an ear out for, so that the business. So basically, like the business owners kind of run the town. There's no real government, and so they all saw an opportunity by being part of Lowport, because they turn a blind eye to a lot of stuff. So it's like a business improvement district for the whole town. So they'll all chat about it. Remember, you also have this bag with the Piscine parts in it.
Yeah.
And then you made a deal with the merfolk, right?
Yep.
And that's going to net you some commission off of that. Oh, and you have a bunch of stuff, too, that you're not sure what it is. That's even funnier.
Right, and we haven't finished, weren't we going to go see the merfolk? Or see the other tribe?
The
Piscenes.
The Piscenes, yeah. I mean, we can do that tomorrow, but we should probably wrap up all our business here.
Sure.
So,
you will all have a lovely rest in your rooms, which smell of cleaner, which is like pine and lavender.
Nice.
And but there's like fires in your rooms already when you get up there, and so your rooms are nice and warm because there's starting to be a chill in the air. You're not too far north here in Lowport. Just looking on a map that's on my computer. So winter doesn't get too rough over here. But you did see snow up by the promontory tower, so you know that it can get cold. All right, we've been going for an hour and a half. Let's take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll probably wrap up our business in Lowport and get back out to the high seas, mateys. Arr.
Right on.
All right, so we'll be back in 10 minutes there. go watch some other fine folks on Twitch, but come back to see what happens next. everybody, we're back. We're all just getting back into, let's see. Debbie looks good. Jim, you're a little off the center. It's fine. Yep, no, you're perfect. All right, good. Good. Welcome back to Mischief Golden Piracy. And so you had a nice night's sleep. Your bellies were full. When you wake up in the morning, you have a slight tingly sensation. And let's see, one good result and two bad results. I just moved this bookshelf. Way over here because it was always in the way, and now I'm like, I constantly pulling books off of it. Oh my gosh, you were chatting with me, chill out? What a surprise! Where is the... Alright, well, it's going to be in stressful situations. Under stress. I know it's going to happen. It's only going to last for... Each of you roll me a D4.
Oh.
Ooh, 3 it is.
Woohoo.
Ooh, I got a what's that?
Frank got a 4. Just a regular old D4. Then I got a 3. Soon to be on Spotify and all good cat. Arr, Litchy boy, what be happening? Oh, that's a 3 there for Sickly Ned. 3. Alright. Now I feel like I gotta be a piratey for a while. Alright, mateys, you had a good night's sleep there at the Shadowy Pangolin. I believe that's the one we're at, isn't it?
They're all the same.
It is the Shadowy Pangolin. And you want to get out there on the high seas again, so you've got some business to wrap up here. Ooh, the Swashbuckler's intro. I should show that later or something. It's Drinky 30. Indeed it is, everybody. Cheers to the Lich. Let's drink. I've got bourbon that I crushed up Star Wars ice cubes in, and they're X-Wings, and I yell Porkins every time I crush one up and throw it in. Porkins! Just the little weird things I do every once in a while. I blow in the mug to get the dust out.
Nice.
Holy cow, 40 bits. What do you want them bits to go forwards? There is still one bad mischief point floating about. And they've got a reroll and some luck points on them already. But they did just get robbed because they got hit by a sleep spell with a 23 roll. I don't know why you had to go back to the pangolin and take a nap. You already had a nap, y'all.
We had a short nap.
You didn't get robbed blind though because of that good mischief point.
It was a food coma.
Yeah.
Food coma. It was a pre-food coma.
We had to go out and live off the food coma.
Oh yeah. You had to go sleep after the Blink Bunny fest. Okay.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You wake up. You're in the shadowy pangolin. There's one hanging plot thread, give or take. Oh, Grifton. Remember, Grifton is got that deal with the merfolk because of you. So every time you show up in the main room, like food and drink just appears in front of you. Not like poof, but like somebody comes out and is like, Grifton said we should give this to you. So you come down in the morning and Grifton's like, and you get a plate of food. It's like bangers and mash and stuff, eggs.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Bricky.
Brecky. So,
Little Brucky.
we're trying to get underway. We want to get back to the high seas here. What you have, there's one thing you know you have to do, and there's one thing that you might not have thought about that you have to do before you leave. Well, technically, there's 2 things you know you have to do, and 1 thing you're probably not sure about. All right.
Well,
Okay.
we gotta go check out the Piscine thing.
Right.
We are gonna have to go cash in our
Or tokens.
thing.
Those are the 2 things you know. Yep. And then there's one other thing that you might not have thought about, which is docking fees and restocking the ship.
Ah, okay.
We should probably do that before we trade in our vouchers.
Well, I just decided that it's been, remember you have NPC crew on the ship. So when you're off having the adventures, they're doing all the mundane stuff on the ship, which saves you from having to manage the day-to-day stuff. But you are generally the major source of income for the ship right now, because it's kind of your ship.
Would
Oh my
is
gosh.
that
we
something? Is that something we can arrange for at the Citadel?
like?
Yeah, you can go
Our-
up to
our
the Citadel, right, and be like, "Our ship has been in dock for this many days," and they're like, "Yep, sure. Here's your bill." The docks know that, like, if somebody walks off the ship and they say we're going to the Citadel, they know we'll send all the bills to the Citadel. So, all right. So, what do you want to do first? You want to hit the Citadel, or you want to hit the Piscenes?
We should probably do the Piscenes first.
Yeah.
We should hit
Do
the
you think-
Citadel last. Yes.
Do you think we take this thing with us?
Oh, the
And-
bag
and
of
say,
the bag of
"Hey,
scales.
we found this, and we think it's important to you, and we're here to return it, or we're here to, I don't know."
I'm afraid that they would take us having a bag of their scales as a threat. Or like, who did you
Oh.
murder to get those? That kind of situation, you know? So maybe we go talk to them and get a feel for them and then say,
But what's our purpose for going there then? To
that's a
talk
good
to them?
question.
'Cause that's why I'm like, well, do we come there humbly to say, hey, we discovered this in our adventures through town, in and around town, and we knew this was something that was probably important to you, and we, I don't know, we tell them we dispatched the people that were stealing it and or whatever. They were trying to make way with it, and we're here to return whatever this is to them.
Yeah, I guess that sounds reasonable.
Ned?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, good, because I was going to have you make like opposed intelligence rolls, but you got to the right solution. That's called role playing for everyone in the audience.
So over breakfast, we make this decision.
Yeah, so you have this long conversation. You're like, we got to go see the Piscenes because we have this bag of Piscine parts, and so you're going to take it with you, right?
Yeah.
All right. As stated earlier, the Piscenes are. Let me save my changes on that. I'm going to flip over to the map here so they won't see you for a little bit. So the party is over in Dockside right now at the Shadowy Pangolin, and just off the map on the northeast side of Newtown is where the Piscenes came ashore. It's uncommon for Piscenes to come to ashore because they are a warlike underwater race. They generally prey on ships and such, coastal towns, things like that. For them to come to shore with a truce flag or a parley flag, as it were, has not been heard of before. And at the same time, the merfolk showed up. The regional merfolk showed up on the southwest corner of Lowtown for some completely unknown reasons as well. Did you guys find out why they were here? I don't think they ever got into that. But the party.
Consult my notes.
Uh-huh.
The Mer Queen has gone missing.
Aha, that's right. The Mer Queen has gone
And so
missing.
they suspect that he has been trapped by a surface dweller and held on a ship.
That is correct, which is
Dun,
awesome.
dun, dun.
I'm glad. I have that written down too. I just don't know where. I'm glad you have the notes. Right.
Yeah.
So they had said, and then the party, the PCs had made a deal for Griffin, the Pangolino, to supply them land-based delicacies while they were here. So, yeah. So the merfolk are missing a queen. What are the Piscenes here for? I wonder. So you're gonna make your way over to where the Piscenes are supposed to be?
Yes. I'll review the way that this is packed up and try and arrange things in a, I don't know.
A nicer.
Part of me is like, we should find like a nice chest or something to put this in.
Right. Remember, it's
I
like a.
agree. Like maybe we can hide it in the woods before we actually get to their camp, or would that look even more shady?
That would look more shady, I think.
Yeah, I mean, but make sure they're clean and wrap them in some fabric or something, and be sort of respectful, I guess.
If you recall, it was the scaly chest skin of a Piscine, and in it there were bones that were then wrapped up in that and tucked into this sailor's bag. somewhat unceremoniously.
Right, that's what I mean.
Right.
I want it to be neater and more tidy.
I'm
And
gonna ask the Pangolino if he's got like a chest or something a little more. I don't know, something that doesn't look like he just stuffed it into a sailcloth, a sailor's bag.
Sure. Griffin is like,
I'm not
that's
going to get into it with him, but
a curious request. I don't often have those. I have some Legionecris raiding with a party of 2. Legionecris and your party of 2, your seats are available. Unfortunately, you missed the Enchanted Edibles portion of the show, but you probably have your own Enchanted Edibles anyway. Oh, and then he cheers right off the bat. Cheers! I'm going to drink to that. Cheers! So Griff then is like, that's curious. What a curious. I don't get a lot of requests for that. I do know a box maker. Wonderful work. Over in Bridgeway. Tell him I sent you. Probably give you 10% off or something. How big of a box do you need?
about the size to that you would carry like a regular sailor's bag in.
Do you have the bag with you?
No, I do not. It's up in our room. But to just describe like a duffel bag
Oh,
size. Yeah, about.
Well familiar with those. Sure. Yes. Ripton thinks for a moment and says, he'll probably charge you with a discount. Don't let him charge you more than... I mean, we do like to pay our artisans for their work. They don't work for the exposure. Speaking as a freelance writer. That's a good question. I'm going to consult the book because I don't know. I don't know what I would charge for a handcrafted crate or box. I'm going to say the low end is 3 gold, and the high end box would be however much gold you want to pour into filigree on it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So like a better than average, because a backpack is 2 gold in the equipment list. So then I'm thinking like, oh, here, an empty chest is 2 gold. So from 2 gold for just a plain old chest with like black iron clasped and hinges, up to say 10 gold for a finely wrought and ornate kind of chest. He's like, oh, so it should be, he says 2 to 8 gold, give or take.
Okay.
Griffin tells you. But it's Christopher's Creative Crates over in Bridgeway.
Okay. Is Bridgeway close to where our ship is?
Oh yeah. What map are you guys on? Did I not put you on the?
No, we're on the. I don't know.
Oh yeah. Like your ship is. We'll just say that ship down there to the bottom of the map. That's where you are.
Okay.
So Dockside is the pangolin. He's like Christopher's Creative Crates is over there.
Maybe I'll ask. Maybe we should ask him. But maybe we should ask him if he can help us with getting things restocked on the ship. If he can make some arrangements for us. We have some business to take care of.
Our crew is doing that.
Yeah, because you have NPC crew. Remember from from the funnels and whatnots and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's way too big. The Crates. Christopher's Creative Crates. The Crates. Yes, my Crates. Oh, now it's like super tiny. Here, we're gonna put him over here so
He loves it.
We loves it. We loves his the crates. It's like, what size is going to be too large? Okay, there. Christopher's Creative Crates. Christopher has 2 assistants, Calvin and Kay. And you're like, why is his name Kay? We don't call him by his full name because it doesn't start with a C. And they're all crate makers. I don't know. Is that there's a title for that, and I don't know what crate maker is. I know Cooper is a barrel maker, but Christopher's Creative Crates. K, not cake. K. They don't use his full name because it doesn't start with a C, and it's Christopher's Creative Crates, and his assistant Calvin, and K. All right, so you head over to my place?
Yes.
Just get out of the way, it's my place. Christopher is a gruff old man, and he's yelling at his apprentice Calvin. No, you put the nails on the outside, not the inside, you twat! What do you want? Oh, customers, hello. How can I help you?
I will. I've got the bag with me. I probably would have two, I guess. Maybe I have. Well, no, I'll leave my own. I'll have the bag with him. I'll show him. I'll say, hey, look, we're in the market for a crate for me to store my bag with once we set sail.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a Foot Locker, except something a little nicer.
Oh, right. A low-class chest.
Well, no, we wouldn't think of coming to a place like Christopher's Creative Crates for just a low-class chest.
Oh, really? Tell me more.
Yes, our friend the Pangolino sent us over here and advised that this was the place to come for only the best crates.
That scoundrel Griffin. I love him so. Very well. A fancy, a mid-fancy, slightly fancy.
A mid-fancy, like a 5 gold piece fancy crate.
5 gold. Kay! Get the 5 gold piece crate! No, the... Yeah, that one right there. Bring that one. Thank you, Kay. Calvin, get to work. Tell me more, tell me more. Does it look like a door? All right. A gruff old man, forgot to mention, Calvin is a young, handsome, available, smart, imaginative crate maker. Man, I think you're going a little overboard there. Chill out. Come on. I'm not Christopher of Christopher's Creative Crates. You can't be Calvin of Christopher's Creative Crates, Calvin. It's a nice crate. It's a chest. It's got an arched lid, which requires a little more work than just like a plain old flat lid foot locker, because you said not a foot locker.
Yes.
And he shows you we've used polished steel, and we've silvered the heads of the nails, not the whole nails. That's ridiculous. Who would put silver nails in? They'd be so easy, just pop them out and then steal the nails. And the gigantic personality. And I have a gigantic shop. And so he points out all these things, and he's like, and there is a finely made lock from the blacksmith just up the corner. Legendary locks and such. I wanted to use Legio, but Legio locks and such didn't make sense. So legendary Legio's locks and such. There we go.
All right.
I got it in there. I got it in there.
Look at Ned and Frank. Do you think this is appropriate?
I think that's great. It shows a good amount of respect, but it's not ostentatious, and much better than a sack. And
Christopher agrees. He's like, it is much better than a sack, and it'll float because it has been sealed on the inside. So if it were to get dropped into the water, because you said you're on a ship,
Yes.
this would perhaps act as a flotation device and keep your valuables safe and dry inside.
excellent.
All right, I will. Go ahead.
What?
Oh, were you going to say something?
Oh no.
Okay, I'll slip him a 5 gold. We'll take the crate.
All right. You have a very nice. You got a deal with the silvered nail heads and stuff. The fact that it's airtight is a little worrisome, but you figure the Pisceans will figure it out.
Yeah.
So you're gonna put the whole bag in there? You're just gonna put the stuff in there?
My thought, and open to suggestion with, as we're leaving, we're kind of talking quietly, and I'll say, well, we probably should go do this somewhere quietly. I mean, we could go back to the pangolin and do it, or we could just find an alley or someplace.
A quiet
good.
alley.
It's not so far from the shop to the pangolin that it's like out of the way or anything. Even like the pangolin is this one here.
Yeah, let's go back there and take care
Okay.
of this in
Do it on the
private.
road. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine we'd have been carrying that bag around with us anyway.
Okay.
So
It's totally up to you. I mean, if people are trying to steal it,
I don't know. Anyway, back to the pangolin for a minute.
Back to pangolin. Yeah, we'll swap it around.
all right. And then
I
you-
gesture as we walk in. No, we don't need any food or drink.
Yeah. We're good.
Just for a minute.
The first merfolk order came in. Thank you so much. As you walk up the
Excellent.
stairs, like Griffin is like, I owe you
Hey.
some. Your bill is shrinking by the minute. All right. For those that don't know, the party made a deal with the merfolk so that the pangolin supplies all, like land-based delicacies. Like I think it was like apples. It was like something super basic, and they were like, "Ooh, these
was.
apples sound delicious. Send them."
Fresh fruits and vegetables.
Yeah. All right. You go up to the rooms. You open the box. It's actually lined with like a nice black fabric inside, and then you can see they like tarred the seams to make it watertight. So
Very nice.
put the stuff in there, and you're gonna haul the crate over to the Piscenes.
Yes.
All right.
Yep.
Nobody molests you on the way through Lowtown. There are some looks. Some people look at you and they're like, "Are those the ones? Are they? That looks like they said there were 3, right? Like them doing that one. Yeah. Look at that bow he's got. That bow is definitely the lightning striker." They're calling your bow the lightning striker in Lowport.
Lovely.
Uh-huh.
Getting a reputation.
Yeah.
Another reason we need to get it out of here.
Yeah.
All right, so you cruise up past Enchanted Edibles. You see like Bertold outside smoking. He's like, "Oh, hello, Guardians. Good to see you. Have a great day."
Top of the morning, we're told.
No, I said souffle, you idiot, not sous vide. Stop it. Are you stupid? Guardians of the Enchanted Edibles.
Guardians of the Citadel, Guardians of the...
It's always a good idea to get out of town when people start giving you nicknames, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like an unspoken D&D rule. Like, we should leave town.
Yeah.
All right, so you go
I
around.
feel like we've overstayed our welcome here.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You go around past the Citadel, and then you go to the road that led up to the weird dude's tower. But instead of going up north, you go straight to the coast, and you come upon. You smell them. You smell the bottom of the ocean before you get there. It smells of salt and decay and old, ancient beings of some sort. And you get this waft, and you're like, "Whoa, is this what the whole camp smells like?" And then you see these. The merfolk had kelp tents, right?
Yes.
These tents look like the blackened skin of some large sea creature. Kind of like leather, but it flaps in the wind and such. And there's a perimeter, and when you get close, an 8-foot tall, kind of fish-headed, 4-armed guard steps forth with this massive trident aimed at you and says, "Blah, blah, 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 blah." I was totally gonna do the, which was a thing, which was
No.
on another show recently. Somebody wants ASMR of that for like 5 seconds. I was like, I'd do it for 100 bits. Kidding, I'm selling myself cheap. But it sounds like. Blah, 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 blah.
Does
There we
anyone
go.
happen to speak common or a common tongue?
Common. Earth speech, I know. You want what? Oh, crap. Is that for the 5 seconds, Fate? I think I'm gonna have to do that for 5 seconds. Someone's gonna have to like count in their head and tell me when to stop. All right, here we go. You can't laugh and do that. You have to have flaccid cheeks, everybody. And that's the phrase of the day now is flaccid cheeks.
You just wanted to say the word flaccid.
Turgid, flaccid, whatever. All right, here we go. 5 seconds. I'm gonna count in my head. We're gonna try to. Everyone, get your recorders ready. That needs this as your ringtone or whatever. Note to self: it's really hard to count to 5,000 in your head while you're doing that. Did I make it? That's in. That felt like 5 seconds. Oh,
I counted it off.
yeah. All right, good. I was like, I don't know what I'm counting. 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000. I think it was fine. Quote that. Yeah, somebody clipped that. 5 seconds of fish clapping. Okay. Now that nonsense is over.
Yes.
So
A little nonsense.
So this giant 4-armed fish person. Why do they have 4 arms if they're fish people? They have huge fins on their back, big bulbous fish eyes that don't blink. He kind of looks at you with one eye, and you see like slimy kind of goop kind of layer it, and then he turns the other eye and kind of does the same thing. Fish everywhere now have you on their hit list. Stay on track. Yes, you've been marked by the fish clap.
Oh no.
The clapping of fish cheeks.
So we'll tell him that we found something that we believe belongs to them, and somebody was trying to smuggle it out of town, and we recovered it, and we wish to speak with someone in charge to return this item that we believe may be important to them. He understands.
Sorry, the clip just showed up. Oh my god, it was clipped twice. That's disgusting. Stop clipping it. Stop clipping it. I demand it. And he says, blah, 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 blah. I don't think that I need to. Blah, 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 blah. No, he's not tentacled. Blah, blah, blah. He's not Dr. What's his name from Futurama. How did I forget his name? So much going on in my head. Okay. He says, me speak common understand. You want big fish. Big fish. Zoidberg! Jesus Christ, how did I forget that? You wait. And he turns, and you see like his gills open up and vibrate a little. But you don't hear anything, you don't see anything. But then you see other fish heads like poke up from around tents and stuff like big fish eyes like looking, and then like a school of them come out from the big tent. There's like 17 or 18 of them, all in a big group, moving like this.
Not too intimidating.
And when they get to near you, they part, and there's one large golden fish person, Piscine. Sorry, Piscine. That comes up and says, Yes, you have information for us?
Not information. We have an item. I'll introduce us, Ned and Francesca, and
Yeah.
and I will explain to him we've discovered something we thought might have been taken from you, something that may be important to you. We have tried to treat it with great respect, and we've brought it here to you in this chest, and would like to return it to you if it is in fact something that belongs to you.
You come to tent with me, please. And like gestures towards the large tent that they just came from, and turns around, and the school starts closing in and says, "Nope, stop."
Uh-oh.
And the school parts, and the golden Piscine walks towards and gestures like, "Please come with me."
We'll pick up the chest and follow.
Mm-hmm.
No head shaking from Naboo. It's a thing in chat. Okay, so so you follow the golden Piscine. Yes, it's Borat fish. Do you make much celebrating now with the Piscine?
Very nice.
Very nice.
All right.
So you go into what looks like massive shark skin tent, but old and decayed, like megalodon old, and somehow preserved. And you go in, and the gold Piscine goes and sits at the feet of what you can only think to be like an ancient silverish Piscine. There are some scales missing from certain areas. Everyone else has these fine shimmering scales and stuff. And this one is kind of like hunched over in a chair made of coral, of multiple colors, and like the throne itself is luminescent. And it leans forward and it says, blah, 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 blah. And the golden one looks up and says, our king wish to know what you have. You said great import?
We said it might be. We thought it seemed important to you, but we don't really know that much. So, why don't you go ahead and show them, Jim? Gunner?
So we'll set the chest down. We did not lock the chest. It's just latched.
I mean, you
Open it
could
up.
just keep the lock, and now you have a legendary Legio lock.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll keep.
There you go.
Ooh. There, I took care of your legendary gear. Chill out right there. They have a legendary lock. Okay. So you open it up, and the ancient silver one looks forward, leans forward, and is like, and the gold one is listening intently and looks at you concerned and looks at it and says, "You did this?"
We did not. We discovered this, and we dispatched the people that had it because we knew it was probably important to you, and we brought it here to you.
Tell me what is dispatched?
We fought and we won.
Yeah.
Speared.
They won't.
This for you.
You speared.
Yes.
We did
speared.
speared.
And the silver one nods and says, friends. And the gold one turns and looks at you and says, basically what it comes down to, because I can't keep doing the blah, blah, blah forever,
Yeah.
is that you have found the remaining pieces of their prince, the son of the ancient one, who was the next in line.
Oh no.
And something terrible happened out on a raid, and only bits and pieces of their body was recovered. And they were concerned because in the ocean, everything reaches the ocean floor when it dies. And the fact that their prince did not, but only pieces of them had left them hope that perhaps they had survived. Since that is not the case, that is wonderful, because we can move past things. In a nutshell, they get this across to you, and they say this is why we came to parley with the land folks, even though we have terrible relations, because our society is different from your society, and we are a very competitive society where strength reigns. The only reason that that you can't even say their name. The ancient one is still the leader of the tribe, is because of the glorious works that they did in the last war with the land dwellers of blah, 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 blah. You're not sure where it is. They have their name for it, but they never chose to use the regular common land-based name for it. So so because of his great works, he has been appointed leader for life. The prince was his heir, or the prince was their heir. Their gender is odd in fish people. And now that we know for certain that the prince, the heir, is deceased, we as a tribe can move forward. So
I hope that is all a good thing. You can lay him to rest, and he'll be treated well.
we
We are sorry for his loss as well.
Yes, we'll advise them of the construction of the chest in case that matters to them.
Oh, sure.
But we wanted to make sure to bring him to you in something that was more appropriate than the condition in which we found him.
A vessel worthy of the inhabitant. Yes, we understand. And they say, in return, we shall give you something of worth that we believe that your people value. And a coral chest, about yay big, as big as my porthole here. It's as big as my porthole. However big that might be.
Quote.
Clip that one. That'd be a great highlight. That's going to be the intro to the channel, because you can put like a trailer on the channel, but it's got to be 60 seconds. That is it right there. Why not watch this? It's a finely wrought, you believe, one piece of coral grown multiple colors and ornate patterns and things like that, but it's hollow, and they open it and they present to you a black pearl.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I'm kidding.
No way.
I'm kidding. It's pink. You're like, we just got rid of this thing.
We all go.
You're like,
I was hearing that echoing in my head before you said it.
Yeah.
He's gonna say black pearl. He's gonna say black pearl.
I'm done with the session. It was great. No.
Yeah, well played.
Everything led up to that moment.
And see.
Yeah. And seed. And street. No, it's at first it's dark and shadowy in the crate, and you think it's a black pearl, but they bring a light. They bring like this glowing kind of brain coral over, and it illuminates. Well played. Thanks, Jim. And you see that it's actually pink in hue, and it's like bigger than Gunner. How big is your fist? It's bigger. It's bigger than my bourbon cup. Oh my god, it's bigger than that ham fist right
I got
there.
a big fist.
Yeah, it's bigger when I put it closer to the back. It's large. Where's my ever-present tape measure, everybody? My ever-present tape measure. I'm gonna say it's like 6 inches round. This pearl, this pink pearl.
That's the biggest pearl I've ever seen.
It's larger than that black pearl you just offloaded on that crazy dude in the tower. Because that was like this size, which is about 3-4 inches.
Big pearl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate your kind gesture, and we wish you nothing but good fortune and respect.
They say there's a transaction between the elder and the gold one, and there's a couple other ones that are nearby, and they're wearing like these shimmery rainbow robes. They're the only ones that are clothed. All the others are just like these androgynous, four-armed, fish-headed kind of creatures with these big eyes. But there's several in the shadows in these shimmering robes, and so they talk every once in a while, listens, speaks to the elder, and says, Your school says to you, your school are friends of the Piscine, and so they bring forth like a clamshell. It's like this big. I gotta get it on the camera. Like this big, with a gold inlay inside, and with a bunch of round circles that look like perhaps repeating patterns of some sort. And they say, carry this with you on the seas, and if ever Piscine attack you, display it prominently, and you will be known to be a friend of the Piscines. So it's basically like a, I don't know what to call it, like a writ or like a badge. We'll call it a badge. We'll call it a Piscine badge of friendship or allyship or alliance or something like that. So anytime you see Piscines in the future, if you show this thing, they will not attack you, or they will stop attacking, or whatever.
That's awesome.
That is cool.
We thank you so much. That'll come in handy, I hope.
I never give you something that's not going to show up later.
I know. I know. I'm trying to
Thank you
keep
so
my
much.
player knowledge out of my character.
For those that don't know, Jasmine and I have played role-playing games together for 20 years?
That's probably about right.
It was before I went to Europe, at least, on that place. Oh man, I don't even know. I don't
Do
even
you
know when we
count
met.
time by where you lived? Because it was when you lived on the river downtown.
That's like,
Did you used to live in a van down by the river?
I lived in a van down by the river. Everybody should do it for
really
2 years.
Fancy. It was a really fancy.
It was a
loft
fancy
apartment.
loft, yeah. It was right by the, right by
what
the,
is the name of
spy
that?
bar, the import-export spy bar, the something house. the
Safe house.
Yes, that's the one, the
It
safe
was.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, when did I live there? That was I lived downtown, I went there, and then I came back 2001. I think
Yeah.
it was when I was 8. Yeah, so it's 20 years. 20 years, Jasmine!
Yay!
Me and the Schmidt clan know each other for 20 years.
You
Huzzah!
knew me before kiddos.
Yeah. Okay,
before
so
all that.
you get this really cool grown, like one single piece of formerly living coral with a giant pink pearl inside, and this clamshell with a gold plate inside and some circles that look like bubbles, which must be their writing that says you are friends of the Piscine.
Fabulous.
You are
And
very, very generous. Thank you so much.
And we will exit peacefully, hopefully.
exit at stage left.
Exactly.
Wait,
Stage left.
stage left. My camera's backwards. Okay. You're wandering out of there. The stench was unbearable. It smelled like you imagine all the decaying stuff at the bottom of the sea smells like. So not vomiting was. It just. I'm gonna drink. Like, oh no. You're talking
No,
about
I know. I actually know what that smells like. It's anaerobic.
Yes, anaerobic decay.
It's anaerobic.
And then when it
decay.
hits the air, all of the aromatic molecules in that decay rise up really fast, and it's gross. It's disgusting.
Let me tell you, here's the thing is, there's a huge difference between, like, say, wastewater poop decay effluent and what you would call the whole freaking, like, sea crustacean stuff. Because, dude, when I worked in a water plant, it was like all the corbicula, little snails get down in there, and they would die, and no oxygen, and so we go and pump it out. You just get that really just awful, like, decaying friggin' crustacean.
So we want to bathe, is what you're saying.
You.
Is
Yeah,
Because I
it's
would
probably
imagine that
soaked in. I don't even want to
It
smell y'all
permeates-
now, so I'm just going to put
permeates
this
in
here.
nasal
it gets into your clothes
Oh.
and anything porous.
This is
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
my
yeah.
new COVID mask now, by the way, also.
Devil mask, exactly.
We need to go burn our outfits and wash.
Yeah, what clothes did you wear to that meeting?
Whatever, just
Not the
regular street
expensive ones.
clothes.
Good, not the
No.
expensive ones. Okay, good.
We went back, remember, and changed.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Clean but worn. Clean
As
but
as
still-
you're leaving, you see them striking camp.
right, because this was
Wow.
we just solved their problem, and
That
now
should
they
totally be Debbie's COVID mask. That's next COVID mask. Yeah, you apparently have solved the quest of the Piscine.
Wow.
Well, I'm so glad that happened so smoothly and without a big fight.
But wasn't
I want to
there
go
a
to the grocery
fight?
store like this. I think I should go shopping like this.
I would go to the grocery store like that and only buy like pickles, jerky, and rum, and just have them look at me and be like, "What?"
If you thought I was having mental health issues last week, wait till I go grocery shopping with this on.
Yeah. All right.
Excellent.
The quest of the Piscine is complete.
Yes, you said.
Well done.
I
know
wasn't
didn't say
kidding
that.
about bathing and getting-
Before you go to the Citadel, or you just want to like walk into the Citadel and like, give me my money? Bitch,
No,
better.
we don't want to be smelling like this because people will be.
Citadel better have my money. All right.
If
So
we go back, go back and bathe and clean up one more time, then we can settle up at the Pangolin.
sure.
and-
When you
and
walk
go.
in, Griffin's like,
Little horse bath.
"Good to see you all again. Thank
This is gonna need more than a horse bath.
Food,
This is gonna
drink?
need No.
Did you swim at the bottom of the ocean? Ugh.
Yes. Bath.
Hey, weird thing
Hot.
about Pangolino
So-
Griffin, I can't swim. That's why I want a pangolin. Anything you need, Burn, just throw it out the back windows. We'll get to it real fast.
You got it.
All right.
Hot.
Oh,
So-
I forgot to put something on the map. Right there is Legio's
Legendary locks.
Locks and such. And you're not sure what and such is, but there it is. Way up there, Legio's Chris's. And now I think we're complete. Now I think the map is complete currently. All right. So, you burn a bunch of clothes. You locks and crocs. No, Calvin. No. No one should wear Crocs ever, unless you have foot problems and they help, I'm sure. But otherwise, no, and definitely not with socks, because socks and Crocs. I don't want to get into my history. I didn't wear them, but somebody in my family, dear to me, did, and boy, was it a long path to get them away from that fashion statement. So the Citadel, everybody.
I will add. Do you guys think we keep this pearl, or do we
Well,
sell it?
So what, I think we should sell it. I mean, what would we do with it? Let's see. We're gonna go.
I want to keep the coral trunk, the coral chest. I think that could be handy. But we should probably try to sell this pearl.
Or do you think we should save it for the next port?
Well, when are we going
I
to
don't-
come into another port that has the capacity to sell this?
Indeed.
This port is somewhat unique in this aspect.
I need a
And if we
different
take
mug.
it, and I mean, who's to say we're going to still have it when we come back here?
Whenever would you arrive? Is it backwards? It's
I
backwards.
thought you said your camera was backwards.
Whenever would you arrive at another port that could afford such a thing? See, there's dust in it. That's why I got to before I put the bird in. It's not just a Boot Hill thing, man.
If you both feel that we should sell it, then I'm down for selling it.
I mean,
Votes.
what else?
Selling. Frank.
Sell.
Gunner.
Sell, yes.
Sell. Ned.
Sell.
All right, 3 votes for Sal. The glorious thing is you take it to the Citadel, and you're like, hey! And they're like, oh, hell no. They're like,
Okay, we'll hang on to it then.
we can appraise it for you. We can
That would
appraise
be
it
good.
for you. We probably cannot cover it. unless like you bring your ship in and it's half destroyed and you need to be rebuilt from scratch because it's gonna sink. Then sure, we could probably make an arrangement.
Sounds like.
Who was your guy? Who was your guy there? I have his overlay here, his lens. It was with the mustache on top of it, right?
Yes, Mr. Peanut, but not.
See, like if I don't expect them to show up again, I don't really give them a name. Well, I give them a name to you, but then I don't keep the name in my head or in my notes.
Well, why wouldn't we have to see him again? We had to clear. We had to settle up, you know.
Good enough. It's not the guy. He had a monocle, I think. This is kind of silly. I don't like him.
I
It's
got
too
too many
silly.
other notes from another game here.
It's too silly. Do you have his name? He definitely wore a
No.
top hat.
I have too many notes from another game here.
Okay, let me look in my notes and see if I have his name. No. Like, unless he's in the notebook. We're gonna call him. Hey, the first person that gives me 1 bit gets their name. No, I'm kidding. The first person that actually, that's the only way to do it. I need like a random thing. Like, you can randomly have a name and get your. Ooh. Cornelius. You mean Cornelius? Cornelius. His name is now Cornelius. Thank you. Thank you, chill out. Klondike Cornelius. Cornelius. Well, welcome back to the Citadel, crew of the Sereneco. He says
Greetings,
questioningly,
Cornelius.
like, is that how you say it?
We don't know either.
It's
Sometimes-
Sereneco.
It depends how much you've had to drink, honestly.
Sereneco sounds nice. Sereneco, I have to think about like
Sereneco just rolls off the tongue.
Sereneco. No, I don't like that. Sereneco. Yes, it does.
One word, like swimsuit.
Swimsuit. Sereneco. Berthold. That rolls off.
So,
What
what
can I do
is
for you?
your? We need this pearl appraised.
Yes, the pearl. I wish I had a mustache. He totally had a mustache.
He did in a monocle, like you
I
said.
know. I can't find that lens. Maybe I should
And
look at the
then-
monocle.
In addition to that, we would like to cash in our vouchers and square up any.
Oh, you are leaving Lowport, and you desire your balance to be transferred to your ship. Very well. Moustache. Would you say it's a moustache or a mustache? Mouse. It's a spelling thing. Hat. Give to me. No, there's no lenses with hat, but there are lenses with top hat. It's ridiculous. Very well. Here we go. All right. This is either cyberpunk or Cornelius.
Are those your reading glasses?
No, these are my
Monocle?
these are like my far glasses.
And if I'm laughing because you're holding it as if it's a monocle.
Yes.
That was
Very
the
well.
point, I'm sure.
Let me hide this lens and call it a monocle. Hold on.
Wait.
This thing is
Here's what I do for my mustache.
is not a 7 of 9 thing. There's not a 7 of 9 thing going in. It's totally very well. Yeah. A very serious game we have going on here.
I have no idea why there's a razor in my pencil holder on my.
My God, I have no idea. That's a weird way to sharpen a pencil. Very well. You wish to. All right, everybody. Let's do the math on our certificates. Ned, how much gold did you spend in town? 75, I believe, for the fancy. Oh, but that was refunded to you, so you did not spend that. Did you buy clothes?
No, I had them. I had them from before.
Did you spend any money in town?
I think I dropped. I probably spent 10 gold pieces to tip the service staff.
Oh, how charming.
But I didn't spend any money on myself.
I'm sure they greatly appreciated your tiny submission to their life expenses. However, that is not my point.
He did save their lives, though. Understand?
I have not heard the whole story. Cornelius, remember, is a fucking pompous ass because he deals in money. He's a banker. A banker. So, whatever. I believe you had like 150 plus something, and then subtract that 10, and that was how much gold will be delivered to your ship. Oh, the ship. Golly. I forgot to tell you how much it is to outfit your ship.
Oh, God.
Oh. Why does the top hat go away when I drink? I'm not going to hold that up anymore. You get the point. Oh, golly. The ship. It's a Caravel class ship called the Sereneco. There's this many steps. In order for you to leave port, and I do hope this will not be a problem, but you have been in port for 4 days? I believe it's 4 days. You have
Sounds
been in
about right.
port for 4 days. You have had your ship outfitted at our expense, and the bills have been sent up here. And the total bill $500 gold.
Damn.
However, your ship is completely stocked with fresh water, pickles, jerky.
Jerky.
Can't say it. Can't say it without laughing. Pickles and jerky. Fresh water. And then he starts like going through like 77 gallons of pickles, 150 gallons of jerky, dried, not wet. It's a volume. 300 gallons of fresh water, very important for those long journeys. 3 barrels of limes. You want to fight off that scurvy, don't you? And he just keeps going through the list, and you're like, holy shit, I didn't know the ship needed all this shit. But overall, the total was whatever he said. 450
gold.
450 gold. We'll just call it 450 gold. There's 3 of you. It's easier to divide.
Well, yeah, that would be
Well, that's our
150
150.
each.
Yeah, that's our.
It's your 150 each, but then you also had add-ons, if I am not mistaken, right?
I bought clothing.
No, I mean, on your certificates, someone had very precise notes in their inventory.
That wasn't me.
Might have been, I think it was,
Might have been. I think it was me.
yeah, I think you had here it is. You had a gold voucher for 150 plus 14 plus another 115. So,
Yeah.
129 gold after outfitting the ship. Fucking rich.
Yes.
Remember, you all started as
Which is
0
why I
level
was like,
characters who maybe made,
Yeah.
10 silver a year or something. You're like, oh my god.
Yeah, but she's been pretty dedicated to this crew for quite some time. I mean,
Right,
I don't-
you've known the crew a little longer than everyone else,
yeah,
even
I mean,
prior to stealing this current ship.
that's true. That's true. I think she has been, she's been out on every voyage of this cruise.
Well, anyhow,
According to my 129 minus assorted sundries in town and whatnot. So we can give that to you now, or we can have it escorted over to your ship prior to you leaving. Oh, that does include all docking fees, I must add. It's already incorporated.
You could probably just give that to us now, and we'll split it up here.
You would each get 129 gold minus clothing and whatever other little things you had stamps on, like the tips to the staff and things like that.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
129 minus whatever. You can put that into your coinage. You can carry it off. It's not that heavy then. It's basically 129 ounces of gold minus, or 100 ounces of gold or whatever.
Yeah, I'd say probably 100. For me, anyway. I bought clothes and tipped and did a bunch of stuff. So
Sure.
I'll take 100.
I mean, you're still the richest people you used to know. If you look at it like where you started out, you own the citadel in your town. Okay. Yes, snacks.
Someone asked me too. It's like, so we spent quite a fair bit of money here. Anyway that you could cut us a deal on, cut me a deal on new crossbows, perhaps.
Oh.
How much would it be for a crossbow?
Cornelius says, I am terribly sorry, madam. I am but a money broker.
Oh,
If you wish to discuss armaments, you must go to an armament shop down in town. I can give you gold now. And you
Alvin's
can use
amiable
it.
armaments.
It's insert person's name who registers as a follower. No. Yeah, there's several. I mean, it's a pirate town. There's literally a weapons shop in every district, and sometimes three.
But in his dealings, often it may be that someone's paying him and then also trading.
So you're asking for like something of exquisite quality that I might have to sell. What are you doing? How are you not? Hold on, everybody. Pause the game for a second. Chill out, corner. Why does it just now say you're following me? Because if you haven't been following me all this time...
He probably just renewed his sub.
No, it's following. It just said following.
Oh, following.
It says, thank you for following. Did you turn it off and turn it on again? Or were you just getting notifications from Laser5328 or whatever your other account is? How dare you, sir? Cornelius is absolutely offended. Madam, sir, sickly Ned. Sickly Ned. I do not have any weapons of a nature that I would hold on to at this very moment, which would require gold of that nature. However,
Fair enough.
I will, in the future, put a 30-day hold on anything of that nature. And like Cornelius understands you're asking for something, some special type of crossbow. He's like, in the future, and so if you were to return to Lowport at such time, I would surely offer it to you for an agreeable amount.
Fair enough.
See, he unfollowed and refollowed. Jerk. Doesn't count. All right, so you've all got big pockets full of gold, and the plots are solved. You have sold the Black Pearl. You have done a deal with the merfolk and found out why they're here. You have absolutely finished the whole why are the Piscenes here thing. And so you are free to leave Lowport whenever you wish.
Is the thing we could have done that we didn't think of helping the merfolk find the queen?
No, hold on, I gotta get rid of Cornelius' hat so I can speak like a normal person. The thing that you probably didn't think about was the fees for the ship.
Oh.
Like, that's how they make their money.
Yeah.
That's how the city makes its money, basically, is taxing the ship or re-outfitting, things like that. Because stuff in bulk, like fresh water and jerky and limes and pickles, most people don't think about. And I don't want you to have to think about it. And that's why you have NPC stuff to take care of it all. It's just, as the major source of income, you end up paying for it.
Yeah, which we did. No problem. Okay. To the ship.
To the ship! And so you say your goodbyes to the friends that you have made in Lowport, and you board the Sereneco again, and you push off. And I'm going to display the background on this interface today is the on land, in port, if you will, background. And I decided that when we go to sea, it will be this. And so the viewers will know whether we are at sea or we are on land. And so the Sereneco pushes off. You wave to your friends. Griffin is there like, I owe you money. Next time you're here, you stay for free. Or tell the Pangolino Network. And I shall send the money. So there's a Raybold is the franchisor, the owner of the license, and Raybold goes to every pangolin once a year to ensure that they are maintaining the quality of the pangolin name. And he also does exchanges of money between them. So if Griffin here at the Shadowy Pangolin owes you money, and you show up in another pangolin and you say, "Oh, Griffin owes us money," they'll sort it out. You have a thing. So you have a shell, a clamshell with a gold thing that says "Friend of the Piscine." You have a coin from Griffin that says you have a credit line with the pangolins worldwide, and your ship is fully stocked with supplies. Your NPC crew is super happy that they got to go have brawls in Dockside and Bridgeway, and they saw merfolks, and they heard about Piscenes. And did you hear that there was a huge fight, like a robbery job, at some hoity-toity place up in Newtown? Man, what I wouldn't have paid to be a part of that crew, and things like that. Because after all, a bunch of your crew is still pirates, because this is Mischief Golden Piracy. So,
That's right.
We've made it! We're underway!
Yay!
I'm not going to get you involved with something currently. There are disturbances in the water around your ship as you leave, though. Do you wish to look out and see what they are?
Of
Yes.
course we do.
On one side, you see some Piscine push through the top of the water every once in a while just to look off and see you go, and then they swim away. And on the other side, you see some merfolk kind of just dancing in the waves along with you. And they stop and they wave as you push off out to sea.
What a wonderful escort.
You have made many friends, perhaps some
Excellent.
enemies in Lowport.
That's
All right.
okay.
We're going to call it there. 2 hours, 48 minutes. We'll go around. You can talk about anything you want to plug or whatever. Shows you're going to be on, things you're going to do, yada, yada. Snacks, you're first in the OBS. What do you got going on? That much, huh?
Is she muted?
No, I think she's thinking. Now she's muted. She is muted and thinking.
It was muted.
I'm sorry, what were you asking?
We have come to the end of the session. Is there anything you would like to promote to the viewership?
Sorry, I didn't realize you were asking me first. Oh.
I was just going through OBS and you happen to be on the left.
Oh, got it. Okay. Well, let's see. Every other Saturday night, I'm doing Homebrew RP, World of Karen, which will be off this week. Sunday is Vigilantes of Landria, a Zlighander Villain Perilous RPG that we're doing over on TTQKB at 8 p.m. on Sunday, which will be our first episode this week.
It'll be the first time, I think, that Snacks and I have been players in the same game.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
exactly. Yeah, that's true. And then I do have a Cyberpunk Red thing coming up, but we haven't actually announced the start date. But I think that I've put enough work in that character to say yes. Yeah.
Jim, what do you got
Well,
going on?
I actually don't have that much going on the next couple of weeks, but I will be back here again in 2 weeks for more Mischief Gold and Piracy with DM Christopher.
Christopher!
I am we're talking to two old guys here. I am running Ziggurat of the Mega Maiden during Spawn of Cyclops Con on Saturday the 27th. There's still some room left in that game if you're interested. And I also have games on Friday and Saturday, so if you are so inclined to join the fun for Spawn of Cyclops Con, I've got a couple games. Some seats open, get in there, fill those games.
Wonderful.
That's
Jasmine.
I got nothing. I am not doing anything. I have no plans.
Jasmine is our
I-
stay safe, wear mask, social distance person.
Yes. I take my kids to school and I pick them up, and I don't even grocery shop out of the house. I have things delivered. So
Me too. I agree. All right.
I've started because of you using Amazon
Fresh.
subscription.
Oh yeah, and Amazon. So much. I save so much money. Everybody, if you're not getting shit from Amazon, subscribe and save. You're losing out because I get cases of like Zevia ginger ale for half the price from my local like co-op shop, all natural kind of hoiky doiky, and I get peanuts by like the 3-pound thing, and it's just ridiculous. It's like buy in bulk and save. And I've never run out of toilet paper in the whole pandemic. In fact, I even gave 8 rolls away to somebody that needed it because it comes in like 48 roll packs or whatever.
Yeah, I get that at Costco.
There's our make the man so rich he's decided not to work anymore, but just simply sit in a chair and accumulate wealth. If he's not Lex Luthor, who is? And he's bald,
Hear that?
so. All right, Spawn of Cyclops Con. If you're looking for some awesome adventuring, I do not have anything that I'm running that weekend. However, like Jim said, there will be some Two Old Guys Games adventures going on. I know that Mr. Dave, I believe, is also running something there. I have taken a hiatus from running con games simply because I have things going on. Grad school and pro DMing and streaming and stuff. But I will get back to it.
I believe somebody else is running Ziggurat of the Mega Maiden.
That would be Mr. Dave, I'm sure.
Oh, okay.
He hit me up and was like, give me some advice. And I was like, play fucking heavy metal. So, the great thing about publishing adventure is that I get amazing people like Jim here to run our stuff for us sometimes when I can't. So, if you have not played Ziggurat of the Mega Maiden, then by golly, go do that with him at Spawn of Cyclops Con, which is
3
run
spots left in my game.
by, there you go, which is run by Goodman Games,
Yes.
because they own DCC, which we've all just been playing. All right, I can cross that off my list. I am Christopher, one old guy of Two Old Guys Games. You can find our stuff on 2oggames.com, Drive-Thru RPG, and the Goodman Games official web store. I am just starting work on taking our DCC 2-hour adventures and turning them into 3-hour Dungeons and Dragons adventures for 5e, which is a whole thing I can't get into right now. We'll just glaze over it at that point, and I'll move on to... You can also find me here every Wednesday streaming live on Twitch. Either Mischief Golden Piracy or Starcrawl, which just finished Chapter 1. Oh, hey, speaking of finishing chapters, you've all leveled up. I almost forgot. So, we can talk into that. Oh, get into that shit? Dive in? Oh, the Lich says I can talk about it now. Very well. Starting in March, as a collaboration between the Liching Hour and Two Old Guys Games, we are beginning 3-hour Tales. A full, high production value, costumes, green screens, voices, a Twitch show in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. 3 old guys games. I was thinking like old Lich guys. I like 3 old guys, but it doesn't get your brand in there. 3 old lich guys.
2 old guys and a lich.
2 old guys and a lich. Oh shit! I think that's it. Anyway,
I think that's it. That sounds
2
good.
old guys and a lich. So, we're working on this super cool thing. We want it to be like high production values, TV quality stuff. I don't know, maybe TV quality. I'm going to run the insane stories because I'm going to write them. And then after we have finished those, we're going to publish them for others to play. Everyone that plays in those games is going to get a unique experience because they're going to be some of the first people to see these things in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. It's going to be a one-shot show where you can get a character and you can play once, or you can come back every month if you want, or you can take off a month, whatever works. I got a lot of stuff going on. 2 guys, 1 lich. Love it. 2 guys, 1 lich is definitely what has a 2 guys, 1 lich production. And then just like a cup and a ping pong ball for the logo. I don't know, two balls in a cup.
All right. Gross.
Disgusting. I don't know what you're all talking about. I'm too old because I'm an old guy. I'm just spitballing party ideas here. So, if you're really interested in that, if you want to get a green screen, you can't see my hand. If you want to get a green screen and you want to kind of dress up, 2 guys in a phylactery. I like that one too. We've got room for you. We want to make this like a cool adventuring guild sort of thing where there's job board posts, and when you have time you take on a job, and if you don't, you don't, and it's all cool, everyone's cool, and it's casual, like totally, dude. So that is something that we are just launching. 2 old Calvin, your keyboard's broken. So that's coming up in the middle of March. Tomorrow,
Nice.
Speaking of collaborations between 2 old guys and the Lich, tomorrow on Goodman Games Official is The Swashbucklers, which is the antithesis of this show, and which may have a bearing on how this show goes soon. So, you should definitely watch both if you're not a player in either, to see what's going to happen. Jesus, I don't even... literal antithesis. I'm using big words here. That's all I got. I don't even know what I else have. Oh, Friday night, I think... Friday night, I think the Lich and I have something off the wall planned. Lich, I have stuff coming from Amazon for that Friday thing, so if we're going to do that Friday thing, I'm totally on. But that's just like a weird thing we're going to do, because on Saturday, we're showing up on neither of our streams. We're somewhere else completely.
Great.
And you'll find us, impromptu improv role-playing is our Friday night schedule. Saturday, there's going to be a bar fight. And I'm going to be in it, and someone else is going to be in it, and other people are going to be in it, and then there's going to be a bar fight, and then the story's going to go on, and I'm just going to go home and drink. Or stay in the bar and drink. It's weird when it's all virtual. And then on Sunday, I just played Shadowrun last week. Oh my god, on Sunday is, like Snacks already said, Zweihander on TT2 KB. And I'm playing Baldric Throgwood. That's a good name, isn't it? Sometimes known as the Deadly Dandy. And that's Vigilantes of Valandria. Whew! It's like I have so thousand... Just find me on Twitter or whatever, and here, and Discord. Definitely come to our Discord if you want to get in on any games, because I have some Friday night games coming up that are Claustrophobia, where you're garden gnomes that get tired of standing around people's gardens, or Tales from the Loop. And if you've seen the series on Amazon, you definitely want to play the game. You're kids on bikes, basically, with backpacks. Kids on bikes with backpacks and really strange time travel shit going on. Ugh. I'm tired. That was a lot of talking. This is not how role-playing is supposed to go. I would like to thank everyone out in the audience for viewing, for lurking, for spending bits, for cheering, for any interaction, for chatting. And I would especially like to thank my 3 solid players who show up every other week. I can't have this game without you, and it's so much fun for me to plan and write. Thank you, Snacks and Jim and Jasmine.
Oh, you're
it
welcome.
would be
Thank
nothing
you.
without you all.
Thank you, Christopher.
Christopher! There was
yeah.
there was like
Thank
a
you.
Viva La Dungeon thing on a Tuesday on the Liching Hour, where the first 7 rolls or something were all crits, and I'm like, DM Christopher.
That's awesome.
Yes.
All right.
Well, thanks, everybody. You'll have a good night.
Yeah, it was fun. I feel like we actually got some things accomplished, you know?
Wrapped up. Oh, it's like spaghetti on a fork. We've wrapped up so many plot threads. It's amazing.
Tied up in a nice bow.
And
Nice.
the really surprising thing is, I have the next 6 sessions planned. In the
Wow.
open water, in the high seas, in the open water. I have all kinds of crazy stuff for you ready to go. So, let's get to it.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Let's go.
All right.
Have a
See you
good
guys
night.
in 2 weeks.
Okay.
See you in 2 weeks or tomorrow on the
Alright.
Swashbucklers on Goodman Games, unless you're one of these part players who should not watch that game. Nah, you can. It's fine. All right, thanks everyone. Have a good night.
Good
All right.
night.